Hey y'all, welcome back to Sunflowers and DIYing. I am Sarah and I am so excited that you could join me on this day to show you some fun and exciting DIYs. So I was asked by and invited by Nancy over at Little Treasures by Nancy. Thank you, Nancy, so much for inviting me for this playlist. I have enjoyed this and I am so excited about this. So what I did was just take some popsicle sticks. It's basically self-explanatory what I'm doing. Took some popsicle sticks, cut off the ends there, the rounded parts, just did my desired size and length that I wanted it and all that. And then I'm used to using hot glue. And then this is the Gorilla Wood hot glue. And I just attached these other pieces to reinforce it. And then I'm going to use those even smaller, skinnier ones. Of course, I sanded the edges down to make them a little smoother. And then I sanded, and then I added these other pieces to it to give it a lip to it and make it even more cute. So, and here I'm just taking a bead of hot glue there, and I just add it and hold it there for a few minutes and just press it in. And this is holding up really well and has been holding up really well. It is pretty sturdy. So for popsicle sticks and glue, it's great. So I'm just taking my plaster, giving it a good brushing on that. And then I'm going to do my next tiered. And like I said, I just do the desired. I didn't measure. I didn't do any of that. I just did what I thought looked best and, my idea. So, and then I just go and take my antique wax and just dry brush that over there and give it some good texture and just some good dimension and all that fun stuff. It definitely spruces it up and brings it out more. Brings out those, the shiplap look to it and just made it more fun. Or at least I think it did. So if you're coming from the playlist, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and press the bell button for the notifications for all, so you get uploaded so you get updated every time I make an upload. So here I'm just taking some scraps pieces of the gingham ribbon and I did trim them down in half so that it would be wide enough to fit this area. And then I'm just hot gluing that on. I did that to both of them. And then I'm using an old foam paint brush or I should say the little dowel rod. And if you don't have that, just use a dowel rod. So I dry brushed the white on it, and then I took the buffalo gingham ribbon there and hot glued that on. And then I'm just attaching it to this with some hot glue and just took some of the excess off there. And then I brought it around, put it there, took the excess off around the edge. And y'all, this is holding up great. I love it. It is perfect, and it is so cute. It is probably the cutest little tier tray I have ever made, and I love it so much that I'm going to make and create a bigger version. So here is a little wooden flower pot, I guess. It was gifted to me, but I'm sure you can find them at craft stores or even a wood store or whatever. So this is the Waverly Chalk Paint and Moss, and I did take my plaster and I do dry brush on that as well. These are those 4 little cubes that you can get in a pack of I think it's 12 or something from Dollar Tree. And I'm making a fall sign to spruce it up a little bit for fall. And here I'm dry brushing on my little flower pot. And then I freehanded everything in this video, more fun, and it makes it more user-friendly. So that if you're interested in, recreating or making something your own, but taking the ideas, have at it. This is a little peanut, actually, one of the foam peanuts that I get in my Mary Kay box, and I just shoved it in there to give this something sturdy to stiff in there and hold it up properly so it's not, flopping all over. And then I did this, and I wish I wouldn't have because I just like the moss better. This makes for cute bows and extra embellishments there, but not as stuffing. I don't like it as stuffing, but that's okay. If you like it and you work better with it, go for it. Me, I didn't do very good. So I did the best I could. Anyway, so I'm just arranging it and putting as much as I can and trimming it up, making it look better. And these are sunflowers actually from the Dollar Tree from a couple years ago, actually. So it comes in a pack of 9 or something. They're really cute. I love them, but I am probably biased about it. I love sunflowers. So if you were stopping by and you could give me a big sunflower or the sunflower in the comments below, or just the word sunflower. So here is me just freehanding it with a painter marker thing, and like I said, I just freehanded all of this, make it more fun, more user friendly. I just detailed the edge there too, and I dropped them. Here is the gingham I'm going back in again, and just wrapping this in it to help finish it off, but then also give it something to adhere to and not move around so much and just stay together and connect it. And I just wrap it all the way around. And I wasn't able to go all the way around to the bottom again like I was, but there was still a little bit shown. So I just took a little scrap piece that I had cut off and just glued it there, and it's not that noticeable. It helped balance it out. So there it is. And then here is the plaster again. I used plaster this whole video. So here is another wood cutout mason jar. You can actually get these on Amazon. This was actually given to me, so thank you. And I just love it. It is super adorable. The cutest little mason jar you ever did see. And it's just perfect for this project. So to help this stand up properly, I did use one of those cubes that I just used for the fall sign. You'll see that in a minute. So here I'm just brushing it on, painting it on. Then I use this extra piece of ribbon and just glue it there to the center and then towards the back and just finish it off there. And then, yeah. So this is a tiny, this is your take on tiny treasures, hosted by at AHappyHoarder, Jerry, and hosted also by Little Treasures by Nancy. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Nancy, for inviting me to this playlist. I've had so much fun with it. So I lost the footage on this one. I am sorry. So here I'm just going to explain it to you. So I took the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree and I just used 9. I used 3, 3, and 3. And I just glued them with my glue gun. And then I stacked them on top of each other. That's it. And then I painted them. And then add this red ribbon to it and embellished it with a sunflower, painted it with the agave, the plaster, and some black paste, black paint. So I had fun with this one, and thank you. I just love these. They're so cute. These little mini book stacks, they're just fun. And this was just the perfect addition to this. So glad that I could do it. And so, yeah. So there's that mason jar. All right, give me just a minute, baby, okay? Oh, cucumber yummy. So, and then here I'm making a little beaded garland. These are the beads from Dollar Tree, actually. They were gifted to me, and, you know, we don't really use those tiny ones, so I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to be able to use those tiny ones. So I just went in, and I had to use a tiny string because... Okay, just a minute, baby. And I had to use the tiny string because they're just so tiny holes. So then I took one of those leaves from the Dollar Tree as well. It comes in like a pack. You get 4 and then a bunch of other different shapes there. So fun to work with. Then I take and I just glue that at the end. I did tie it up first, but I ended up having to undo it, so I just glued it in the long run, working up just fine. And then after I did that, I did take a little bit of the plaster and dry brush on top of that. Okay, just a minute, baby. Dry brush that on there, and then made a little tassel. You'll see that in a second, where I just take a scraper that I had on hand. And I'm just quickly making a fun tassel. I wrapped this about, I want to say 60 times. And then I just tied around it. And then just did that. And that's it. I mean, so... All right, so here is the final reveal. It's about 4.5 inches tall. So I love it. Let me know what you all think. And remember, be so in sunshine. Bye, y'all.